Get the cameras ready.
We mic'd them up.
That's fine. That's fine.
Brought in a little pizza, popcorn, and politics.
I'm curious what Yang has in mind tonight.
Wisconsin's Democratic voters watched Thursday's debate with intrigue.
Seems like they're all kind of going after each other a little more tonight.
Yes, yeah, they're all trying to carve out. We're getting to that time.
Well, the general election may be 14 months away. Primary season and critical decisions for the party arrive much sooner. What's at stake?
The direction of the party. I think, like, you have people who are wanting to bring back the status quo.
For the first time tonight, the frontrunners were on the same stage at the same time, giving primary voters a new perspective.
I'm not sure how much this changes anybody, but I think it helps people to just look at and maybe get some feel.
Primary debates have the chance to move voters quite a bit.
In last week's Marquette University Law School poll, a majority of Wisconsin Democratic primary voters said Joe Biden was their first pick, followed by Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. The long-term implications of tonight's performance is still unknown.
I thought that was bad on Castro. That was totally wrong.
So they watched, but Matt, did either of the voters you watched with make up their mind on a candidate?
The short answer, Patrick, is no, and they have a feeling that that's the feeling among a lot of Democratic voters tonight. They do, though, feel this debate and the ones following it will force some of the candidates to get out of the race.
Matt Smith reporting live in our newsroom tonight. And as we mentioned, sparks did fly as the top candidates faced off.
And the biggest clashes really came over health care. ABC's Mona Kosar-Abdi is in Houston tonight.
In the third Democratic debate, one after another, the top contenders on the stage opened the debate with a common message, their mission to defeat Donald Trump.
What unites us up here, the 10 of us, is much stronger than what divides us.
But the unified front quickly dismantled after the conversation shifted to health care. Former Vice President Joe Biden going head-to-head with Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders over their support for Medicare for All.
Of the 160 million people who like their health care now, they can keep it. If they don't like it, they can leave.
I've actually never met anybody who likes their health insurance company.
Who wrote the damn bill, if I may say so.
Senator Amy Klobuchar chiming into the three-way debate, also taking aim at Sanders.
And while Bernie wrote the bill, I read the bill.
And in the harshest attack of the night, former HUD Secretary Julian Castro called into question Biden's mental fitness.
You said they would have to buy in.
Have to buy in. If she qualifies for Medicaid,
are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago?
This is why presidential debates are becoming unwatchable.
Yeah. That's an election. You know, this is what we're here for. It's an election.
But it was Castro's memory who didn't serve him right and incorrectly quoted the former vice president. Both Biden and Castro evoking former President Barack Obama throughout the night, but then finding themselves in the hot seat over the administration's immigration policies.
Did you make a mistake with those deportations?
The president did the best thing that was able to be done at the time.
How about you?
I'm the Vice President of the United States.
As the night went on, candidates spent less time on each other and more time on their plans for gun control.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47.
Addressing racism and trade, sharing their vision for the country if elected the nation's next leader. Now that the third debate has come to a close, the candidates will return to the campaign trail tomorrow, many looking to keep holding on until October's debate. Mona Kosar-Abdi, ABC News, Houston.
Meanwhile, President Trump is in Baltimore tonight. He spoke at a GOP congressional retreat. During his remarks, the president criticized Democratic candidate Pete Buttigieg.
They say Buttigieg is 2 points up in the state of Texas against President Trump. I said, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't worry about that too much. What do you think, Louis? Who's winning Texas? You think Buttigieg is winning Texas? I've had him up to here.
The president also addressed the trade war with China. He is delaying new tariffs on Chinese goods again and pushing the increase on $250 billion worth of goods from October 1st to the 15th.
A man mistakenly shot by Milwaukee police wants the officer who shot him fired. 12 News' Derek Rose is in the newsroom. Derek, this man was in tears when he spoke out today.
Yeah, Patrick, it was an emotional press conference for Tyree Davis. Those tears fueled by frustration, as well as the fact his